Hello and welcome back to another episode of Rimworld. In this episode, I wanted to take a look at how to make your own lightsaber crystals. Now, somebody brought this up in the comments section and said it's an excellent way to acquire silver, and so I way to make crystals. And so just looking at the smelter's bill list, however, he did mention that if you infuse the synthetic crystal, it is a way to make a pretty decent amount of money. They are worth 1,800 each, so that is correct. And so let's just take a look at what we need to do that. We need 1 saber crystal and 10 more stone blocks. And so it seems like this is definitely a very profitable way for a Star Wars base to make money. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a storage zone for the crystals, and then we will start getting somebody on that. We'll make them a chair as well, just so this is a little bit more comfortable for them to do. And then we will start making them and test it out, and maybe look at trading with I'm assuming it would be an exotic goods trader that would want them, and so we will call our friends over who are exotic goods traders and see if we're able to sell them and make a decent amount of silver. We are a little lacking in our base right now, and so I wanted to build that up. And so I'll get this set up, and then we will look at the bills and how to build them. Okay, so as you can see, I have set Jen Doe to refine just 1 purple lightsaber crystal. I want to test this out before we go and build a lot of them. So he has made the crystal now, and that build has been finished. So let's take a look at infusing the synthetic red crystal, and we'll send Jen Doe to do that as well. So he has just loaded up the stone blocks as well as the purple crystal, and it seems like, yeah, he is making the infused synthetic red, and so this seems like an amazing way to make both money and lightsabers. I wish I had known this before I had spent a ton of money on crystals, and so I figured I would make a video just showcasing it. And seeing as we are doing this, I might as well walk through the lightsaber casing and internals, and then we can make another lightsaber. I wasn't really happy with the Inquisitor one, and so I figured why not make another one. And maybe we'll go with the dark saber this time. I don't think there is much of a difference between them. The cross hilt actually may be a little bit cooler to make, and so let's set up the cross hilt and make that. I know we are putting a slowdown on our plasteel by testing all of this out, but yeah, I wanted to test this out and see how it goes. And while we're doing that, we did have a bulk goods trader fly through the area. Oh, the bulk goods trader is not flying through, they are just arriving at our base, and so we will get Lilhorn trading with them very quickly here and see what they have to offer. Maybe we can dump some materials that we don't necessarily need. We have made the red crystal as well. We have saved our male and female bantha, which is good. For some reason I thought we had lost the male, but maybe I misread it. We have a lot of food, and we're not really reaching a slowdown, so we may consider selling some of that. But first I want to dump a bunch of our hides and leathers, because we are not really using these, and the amount of bantha wool that we do have, maybe we'll keep the bantha wool and sell the rest of it. We're not really going to be using them very much, and we have other ways of gathering anything that we do need. We're going to buy all of their steel, obviously. See, they will buy the synthetic crystal, and it's selling for 1,200 right now, and it only cost us 40 blocks to make. And so essentially we're going to be able to make a massive amount of money with a very limited amount of resources. We have so much stone blocks that we're not really using anymore. We have kind of built a wall around most of our base, so we could make it a little bit thicker, but for the most part we're done with stone blocks. It's just for art and for furniture, and we're not going to need nearly as many as we do have. And so I'm going to start making a bunch of these, and we'll see who we can sell it to and how much money we can make. I suppose we will just buy whatever from these guys, seeing as we have $800 to play with before they have any money left over. And so let's just take a look at what they have to sell. Okay, so I have gone through, I have sold our marble grand sculpture. We have quite a few of them laying around the base, and any clothes that were kind of deteriorated or in a very crappy quality, we are going to buy all of their steel and all of their components and then sell off all of our leathers. It should clear up a ton of space for us. I didn't really bother touching the food, seeing as we'll probably end up using it. But we are going to gain 1,100 from this transaction, so I think it is very worth it. We just have to make sure we actually haul all of this stuff before it deteriorates outside. Obviously, the clothes being the most important, I did buy just a few things, and so want to make sure that we end up using all of that very quickly here. But yeah, jumping back to it. This is obviously a very easy way to make a lot of money very quickly. This is $1,200 alone, and it only cost us 50 blocks. As you can see, we have a ton. So I just ran the numbers, and with the amount of blocks that we do have in our storage, we could make over 60 of these infused lightsaber crystals. Now, we're not going to, obviously, but that would be 60,000 silver, and so we would be very set. Even if we can make... let's just make, maybe we'll make 8 of each, or, well, 8 synthetic crystals, and then with those at 1,200 a pop, we'll be able to buy anything that anyone has to offer, and so we definitely will not be short on money for any longer. And we will get the lightsaber casing and the lightsaber built just to walk through the full process, and maybe we'll weigh out how much a lightsaber sells for versus how much one of these crystals sells for, and see which is the more profitable way to go. And so we'll wait until we finish the lightsaber casing and internals, and then see what the difference is in the pricing. So I do want to point out that when it comes to the amount of time to make a lightsaber versus the crystals, I have had Jen Doe make 8 of them. In the amount of time Braga has not even finished the plasteel lightsaber yet. It was just something that I found interesting. So if each of these is selling for 1,200 with our social ability, that works out to around 10,000 gold. And so just when it comes to workflow alone, the lightsaber itself I do not think is the more efficient way to go. If we take a look at their crafting ability, Braga is at a 12, Jen Doe is at a 12, and so they are working at the same speed. There may be a little bit of an issue with the light source in this room. I will add another light just to make sure that isn't causing an issue. But yeah, when it comes to the speed of actually building it, the crystals themselves are a lot faster to make, and so unless this lightsaber sells for $10,000 plus, I do not think that it is a better way to go. I figure since we're going over the statistics of it all, I will throw up on the screen now what it takes to make a crystal versus what it takes to make a lightsaber. The crystal only requires 50 stone blocks, obviously a stone cutter table and that work up front, as well as an electric smelter, and so there is a little bit of groundwork. However, the lightsabers take a fabrication bench. They take at minimum 40 plus steel, 15 steel, 10 components, a crystal, and 10 other ingredients, which could be a number of things, plus steel, silver, uranium, or gold, as well as a lot more work. And so that is good to note. We have made the cross hilt now, and so once we figure out where he is taking it, I'm assuming just over here. And so let's take a look at the cross hilt. I am looking forward to using this lightsaber, which is why I did make it. I feel like it suits Jen Doe a little bit better. I guess you can make it at an electric smithy or a fueled smithy as well. But yeah, the value of it is 3,000. Let's see if it makes a difference once we put a crystal in it. We'll get Jen Doe to equip that and drop the Inquisitor for now, and then equip this crystal into that lightsaber. And now let's take a look at his gear and view the plasteel lightsaber. It doesn't sell as 2 items, and so all of that being said, guys, I think the synthetic crystals are the way to go when it comes to making money, and a lot of it very quickly. I hope that you did enjoy this video. I just wanted to give a little heads up as to how we're going to be making money, because we need to make a lot of it in order to rush this plasteel and steel. When the comments mentioned the red crystals here, I figured it would be good to showcase it, and let's just take a look at Gento with his new red lightsaber, the Kylo Ren edition. I am a very big fan of him having a red lightsaber. I felt like the orange just wasn't really doing it for me, and so really happy with that. I don't think we're going to be using that lightsaber as of just yet. We don't have any other force sensitive people in our colony. Unfortunately, they are really hard to come by. I have pretty much taken prisoner everyone that we have downed, and none of them have been force sensitive, and so I'm always keeping my eye open for it. However, so far nothing has come up, and so I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on it, and we'll probably save this lightsaber for the person that does come along. We're not going to sell it. We do have all of these crystals now to make a lot more money, but that will be it for this episode, guys. I know this is a little different. I think this is kind of the direction I'm going to take with the series. I am sorry I have missed quite a few episodes the last week, but I just wanted to get on top of things this weekend and make sure that I am pumping out content regularly, and I think that this tweak to the content is going to be what makes it happen. In the next episode, I think we're going to look at creating some sort of long distance travel so we can go and raid a few more enemy bases. If you missed the last episode where we did that, the link will be at the top section of your screen, as well as getting rid of these crystals now and selling them. We do need to, we have a new recruit, which is good. But we do need to figure out how to sell these guys. However, we are set for money now. And so that is definitely one tick off of our box. And so, yeah, I wanted to remind you guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I post Rimworld content. I aim to do 3 days a week. Sometimes I'm a little short of that. A lot of Star Wars mods coming up, as well as we have a PokeRim series. And so I'm at Switz, and we will catch you on the next one.